Life is too short to eat healthy cinnamon buns.
Yeah.
Just go for it. What's up guys, it's Kat and Dev from Two Market Girls. Welcome back to another vegan recipe. This one is really good dessert.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We don't make desserts very often, but when they're good, when we do, they're really delicious. We make sure to really pack in all the calories because if you're gonna eat dessert, you may as well eat dessert.
Just go for it, you know?
Yeah, and as you guys know, Mother's Day is coming up soon, and you know, I think you should bake something for your mom. She does so much for you.
Mm-hmm. She deserves it.
And we went on with baked good that could be a good brunch or dessert recipe, whichever one you want to make for your mom. What is it, Devin?
Vegan cinnamon rolls.
And they're so good.
So good. Like if you make this, you're gonna become your mom's favorite. So.
Oh, absolutely. You know you want to make this, even if you're an only child.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty simple to make.
Not a lot of ingredients.
There's some steps that go into it as cinnamon buns should. They have to rise a little bit, but it's all totally worth it, and it's not hard to do.
No.
It just takes some time.
Yeah.
But it is so worth it. Your mom will love you forever. And yeah, should we just show them how to make it?
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna start off by warming your almond milk on your stovetop. You want to make sure it's not too hot that it kills the yeast, but it's not too cold that it doesn't activate the yeast at all. So it should be warm to the touch, but you should still be able to literally stick your whole hand in the milk.
Don't do that.
Don't do it, but you know, you should be able to. It should be around 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. Anywhere in that range, you are good. Once that cup of almond milk has warmed, you're gonna add about a 1/4 cup of white sugar to it, along with 1 tablespoon of quick rise yeast, and then just mix it so that everything is dissolved, and set that aside for about 10 minutes. And then once you see that it starts foaming, that's how you know that your yeast has been activated. If after about 5 minutes you don't see the foam starting to form, then you probably killed your yeast or your yeast is expired and you should do a new batch because your dough won't rise very well. While your yeast is activating, you want to add about a 1/3 cup of butter to a stand mixer along with 2 flax eggs and beat that until the butter kind of softens. It doesn't need to be perfect. Then you're going to add 4 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, and your yeast mixture, and add that to your stand mixer. And mix using your bread hook until it just comes together into a dough. It can still be crumbly, that's okay, because once you knead it together, it'll come into a nice firm dough. Once that comes together, if it hasn't come together in your stand mixer, just knead it on the counter for a little bit until you get a nice smooth top to your ball of dough. Then in your mixing bowl, add some oil and just kind of brush that around the sides. Add the dough to the bowl, cover with saran wrap, and we placed ours in our oven that is off. Do not want to turn the oven on when you put it in there, just so it has a dark, warm, humid place to rise. And you're gonna let that dough rise for about an hour or until it's doubled in size. Once your dough has risen, we are going to lightly flour a flat surface and bring your dough onto it, lightly flour the top of the dough, and lightly flour a rolling pin. You want to roll it out so that it's a really long rectangle. It's about 1/4 of an inch thick. Then you're gonna melt about a 1/4 cup of butter and slather the top of that with butter. And then you're gonna spread out an even layer of brown sugar and cinnamon. You used about probably a 1/3 cup to about a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and then probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, but it depends on your taste buds also. Once that's all spread out and nice and even, you want to tightly roll your rolls lengthwise until it's right to the end. And then using a really, really sharp knife, not serrated, you want to cut that into about 1 inch thick rounds. You should get about 12 decent sized cinnamon buns out of it. Then you want a baking dish. We're gonna melt a little bit more butter, so it's about a 1/4 cup of butter. You're gonna add that to your dish and just kind of spread it all around. It's okay if there's lots of butter extra, that's what makes cinnamon buns delicious. Then you're gonna add a couple tablespoons of brown sugar in there so that you get a nice caramelized bottom because it's so good. Then you add your cinnamon buns into that pan, cover it with saran wrap, place it back in the oven, make sure it's off, place it back in the oven for about 30 minutes to rise again. Once your dough has risen for 30 minutes, remove it from the oven. Preheat your oven now to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to bake it in there for about 27 to 30 minutes, depending on your oven and the temperature that it kind of stays at. Once you start seeing the cinnamon buns on the edge get a little golden brown, it is ready to take out. Once your cinnamon buns are cooling slightly, you can make your icing really quickly. All it takes is about 4 tablespoons of vegan butter, along with a 1/4 cup of vegan cream cheese and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Mix that in the mixer until it's kind of creamed together. Then you're going to slowly add 1.5 cups of icing sugar, about 1/2 cup at a time, until it comes together into this really smooth icing. And then when the cinnamon buns are still a little warm, you want to spread that icing all over the cinnamon bun so it gets all melty and gooey and delicious. And you're done.
Okay, moment of truth.
Isn't that incredible looking? Don't they look so good?
They smell really good too.
I've already eaten one.
Give me the piece. Ah! I just want, okay.
Oh my god.
These taste like they're from like a bakery or something.
I've made these, I've tested these a lot, and I've made them so many times. And last time I made them, I thought they were done. I just needed to cook them a little longer. But these are so much better than last time.
So good. They taste like so bad for you, but that's
like,
what makes them so good.
To me, like that's what a cinnamon bun is. A cinnamon bun should taste bad for you.
You know what? I came up with a life motto while we were working on this recipe. Life is too short to eat healthy cinnamon buns.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Mm.
Butter.
Oh my god, these are so good. They're just your classic cinnamon buns, and that's what they honestly taste like. They're so classic tasting. Like, they taste like almost every other cinnamon bun you'd have in your life. I'm so happy they take some time to make, or else I'd probably make them so much more often than I should.
Like, I love my mom, but I almost don't want to share these with her.
Right? I don't want to share these with anybody.
I want to eat them all myself.
I'm about to down a second one. Jeez, they go quickly.
I tried to give you a small one.
Well, no, you also were like, wait, this part's a piece of yours. Gave me extra when you didn't have to. They're so soft.
Mm-hmm. I kind of low-key feel like a sugar rush going on. But I can't tell if it's the sugar or just like I'm just so happy.
I know. Guys, don't just make these if you live alone because you'll eat them all.
Or do.
Sure. And do not skimp out on any of the butter because it is so worth it. She was laughing the whole time I was making it because there's so much butter in this recipe. This recipe is so unhealthy, but it is so good. Mm-hmm. If you need a cheat day or a cheat meal, this is what it should be. Okay. We've been talking about how good they are for like 10 minutes.
Did you get the point? We love this recipe, okay?
Delicious, amazing.
Yes. So
follow us.
Hit that subscribe button for vegan recipes every Sunday, whatever Wednesdays, every other Wednesday. We've got some fun summer recipes coming up.
Yeah, summer is starting soon.
We are so ready for it.
So ready. Be sure to check out the description box below for all the links to everything.
Everything.
To the kitchen tools we use, to the video equipment we use, to our podcast, to our blog,
to our PayPal,
to our social media. Pay us. If you make these, take a picture of them, send them to us, show us any twists you might do with them, special ingredients you add to them.
Maybe put sprinkles in them.
Oh, in the dough?
Yeah.
Put sprinkles in them.
Do it.
Oh, it'd be like a funfetti cinnamon bun. Oh my god.
My two favorite things. Okay, we should go.
Yeah. We've talked enough.
Bye!
Bye.
This recipe is the reason that I work out.
Happy Mother's Day-ish. It's coming up.
Yep.
I think it would be really good for a brunch if you wake up early enough to make it in the morning fresh. Let them rise for like the hour and a half that it takes, and then make them for like an 11 o'clock brunch. Perfect.
Oh my gosh, I think my mom would actually love me then.
Oh my god.
JK.
So negative.